Today's been a pretty interesting day. I woke up pretty freaking late. I think I woke up originally at like 8 in the morning because my cat was meowing, but then I went back to sleep and woke up again close to 11 a.m. and then eventually got up at like noon. I'm in Pacific time. If I'm getting out of bed at noon, people in the EU are going to bed. It's 8, maybe 9 p.m. for them. I keep having this realization that I really want to change my lifestyle. And I've had this realization multiple times. I've wanted to be doing this for quite a while now. And the main thing, the first and primary thing, which I've talked about maybe to a few people and maybe once or twice on stream, but never actually committed to it, is that I want to go outside, touch the sun, and actually walk. It sounds so straightforward to just stand up and go on a walk, but it's happened so many times where I am conscious of the thought that I am like, whoa, I really need to go outside. I haven't used my legs that much in the past 2 weeks. And I still decide to sit down and get on my computer for 10 hours for the day, maybe even longer. And it's just really weird because I can set my mindset to it. I can say, Jojo, tomorrow when my alarm goes off or when I wake up, instead of laying down in bed for an hour watching TikTok or scrolling Twitter or whatever, I'm actually going to get up the exact second that my eyes open. And then I wake up the day after and bang, I think about it. I'm conscious of the thought and the goals that I have, and then I still don't do it. I still decide, I'm kind of tired. I didn't get enough sleep. I went to bed kind of late. Oh, my cat looks really cute, actually. I'm just going to lay down a little bit longer so she cuddles with me, or I don't know, anything along those lines. And it keeps happening, and it's the same thing with walking every day. I'm even if it's a 2-minute walk, even if it's a 30-second walk, as long as I step outside, I feel the sun and my eyes get a little bit blurry for a few seconds because it's so bright outside compared to how bright it is indoors. I really just need to do the bare minimum. I still don't do it, and I still can't get to the bottom of why I don't do it. There has to be some sort of mental block. But what's really weird is that today, the exact same thing happened, right? Like, I got out of bed super late. In my brain, I was thinking the entire time, shoot, I gotta edit all day. I really should go outside and go on a walk. And then I just don't do it. But I don't know what it was that happened today, because instead of continuing that thought process, as I was heading down the stairs, because my office is downstairs, I looked at the door to my office and then I looked at the front door and I decided, okay, I'm just gonna go outside. And there was literally no conscious thought or action that I had leading up to this. In fact, 30 seconds before I had done that, in my brain, I was still convinced all I was going to do was go straight into my office and only do work all day. But for some reason today, my brain decided I'm going outside. And I went on a short walk. I actually have no idea how long I was out there for. Maybe 10 minutes, maybe 20 minutes, maybe 30 minutes. I don't know. I kind of went up a hill, so I just kind of lost track of time. And the main thing that I tried to do throughout that is also not be on my phone. I was listening to music, of course. I'm not a psychopath. Uh, I can't go on walks without some sort of something entertaining me in the meantime. Maybe eventually I'll get to that point. That would be really nice. But that's besides the point. The point is that I actually went out and I did my walk, and I got back home. I sat down on my chair, and instead of doing work, I saw a YouTube video from Ludwig that was uploaded 11 days ago, and I have been doing nothing but watching this because this video is called How to Get Ahead of 99% of Streamers. And, this is all obviously just opinions and, things that are based off of Ludwig's experience. But one of the things that really, really, really stuck out to me that he mentioned pretty much at the beginning of this whole lesson that he was doing is that he has a schedule. Every single one of his days look very similar. I mean, not in terms of exactly what he's doing, but in terms of what his schedule looks like. He wakes up at around the same day, sits down to do work and ideation at around the same time of the day, and then he has me time, which is basically just time where he gets to watch streams and be in his brain about what he's going to do for stream and all of that. Then he streams, and then he has time to be out and about with his friends, his fiance, his whatever. And as I was watching this, for the first time in over a month, I guess, maybe 2 months at this point, I finally sat down, paused the video as he was explaining that, and not only did I make a goals list that I want to accomplish before the end of the lifesteal season, but I also started responding to emails that I have been putting off for a long time. And mind you, that is a horrible, horrible thing that I have been doing, because one of those emails that I've been putting off is from my CPA, something that has to do with taxes. And like, I don't know. It just from the word taxes alone, I was already stressed. All I had to do was sign a form, and it took me a month and a half to get to it. Because when I got that email, I was in the middle of a subathon, and I decided that my brain was way too overwhelmed to just read an email and send back a signed form. That is just absolutely absurd. And now, a month or so later, I do it, and it's like this weight has been lifted off my shoulders. It's just so weird how a brain can work to be like mentally tormenting myself for weeks and weeks and weeks because I want to go on a walk, and then one day I think about it, I don't do it, I think I've already failed for the day, and then suddenly I do it. All of this to say that I guess well, first of all, I really hope that I start going on daily walks. Even if it's a 30-second walk, I just lap around the neighborhood for a microsecond. It really doesn't matter how long I'm out there for. I really just want to touch the sun at least once a day, which sounds kind of crazy. Like I sound severely unhealthy. I'm like kind of unhealthy, but I'm aware of it, so I'm trying to change that, I guess. But I guess the main thing that I guess I wanted to say, I don't know. It's really weird because like there was literally no plan for me to film this recording, by the way. Like I don't even know what I'm going to title this. I don't even know what the purpose of me saying any of this is. But what's really weird is that throughout this recording, I've had to pause to cry. But I guess it's mostly just a result of my brain and my body kind of realizing how severely overwhelmed I am. And I guess everything in hindsight, it feels so obvious. Because like obviously not too long ago, I had just dropped out of Money SMP. My main reasoning behind that was the fact that I was so behind on sponsorship deals and editing things for my YouTube and, you know, all these things that relate to work. But then, like I mentioned not too long ago, I literally just got back to my CPA, which is not just a work thing. That's literally a life human thing. That's something that I need to do so I don't go to freaking prison or something. Or even the fact that I just want to go outside, even if it's for a short period of time. In fact, I would rather be outside for a short period of time because I do think in general I do stress a lot about work, and obviously I have necessities that I need to do for sponsorship deals or, you know, whatever it is. So there's that. But I guess the final conclusion about all of this is I am just overwhelmed, period. I don't really know what to do about all of it. I don't even know if I'm going to go on another walk tomorrow. I really hope so. I really want to. My walk today went well. I mean, there were a lot of bugs and I don't love bugs. And, you know, I'm kind of allergic to some plants and whatever. It doesn't matter. It was still a good walk, but I just don't even know if I'll actually want to go on another walk tomorrow. As much as I internally want to, my heart and my brain are kind of disconnected right now, I guess. But anyway, yeah, I guess the conclusion is that I am overwhelmed and that's just how it is. I guess speaking it out, even though I didn't even expect that to be recording a commentary video today, speaking it out helped me kind of reach that point. And I guess above all, hopefully it shows to you guys that I'm also human. And you know, we're all just trying to figure it out on this floating rock that we all live in. And yeah, we'll all figure it out together. I do know that. I do know that at least in the grand scheme of things, I can be feeling one way or another, but I would like to think that I'm optimistic, and I know that there will be a solution, or at least there's a light at the end of the road. This isn't going to happen infinitely, but yeah, I guess that's where I'm currently at, and we've got this. We've got this.